Hi everyone, this is the Legendary Eye back again with more. This time I'm going to be doing another Beyblade Burst Rise unboxing. This is going to be for Zone Luinor L5. Now this is one of the releases that I've actually been waiting for ever since it got announced. Well, the image is shown. Because for Luinor, it seems really close to the original except for the no metal thing, and I'm just really interested to see how it'll perform. This will also be my second Rise Beyblade, so I'm excited for that. But anyway, it says Beyblade Burst Rise, Hypersphere there, Zone Luinor L5 is an attack type, and this is one of those releases where it doesn't come with a launcher, so we're just going to be getting straight into it after going through the stats. So for what I believe is the runtime, it has 2, and then dropper frequency, it has 4. This is the left spin. And the owner in the show is Loden. If you haven't seen Beyblade Burst Rise yet. Not sure if it's out in the US or not. Anyway, let's get into the unboxing. So let's go part by part. Here is the layer, which is Zone Luinor. The layer base is called Zone. Well, first I'll show you the QR code, so you can scan it if you want to. Zone looks really hollowed out. It's kind of surprising because the lighter that you make the Beyblade, that means it's going to be easier for it to be pushed around, thrown around, and not really give as hard hits as you'd want it to. Let's get the chip out. It actually looks really nice. It kind of seems accurate to the Takara Tomy one. I don't have the Takara Tomy one, but I could tell that looks accurate. I'll probably show it on the screen if I can. Then here is the Zone base. Now for the Japanese one, it's called Zwei Longinus, and the base would be Zwei, but for some reason they changed it to Zone. I don't know why that is, but you can kind of see that the layer actually reminds me of a mix between Brutal Luinor and Lost Luinor, so it's kind of like a mix of those, except for Louis doesn't own this one. Then the disc is called Drake. That's why it has DR on it. Now Drake actually got a pretty drastic change. The original one actually had plastic around it and was protected, and with the extra plastic it was able to line up with the layer and then provide some extra heavy hits, which made Zwei Longinus a really strong Beyblade. But for Hasbro, they decided to remove the plastic, make it smaller, and add frame compatibility. Now here's the driver. The driver is called Spiro Hypersphere. For some reason it's called Spiro and not Spiral, but for the Japanese version it came with Spiral Dash, and I don't really know what to say. This change was probably the most drastic, where I don't really even know how this will even work in the regular arena. Well, out of the Takara Tomy Standard Stadium, but it just seems like they changed it up so much that you can't really even tell that this would be Spiral. Here's Hasbro Spiral Slingshot here, if you want a comparison. Then here's the regular Spiral. Yeah, they changed it really. They changed it really drastically. Zone Luinor L5. Oh, that's wow. Surprisingly, it actually has some pretty decent slopes. Okay. Zone Luinor. 3, 2, 1. What? Whoa! Interesting. It kind of acts like a way more off-balanced version of, I want to say, Spryzen. Like Legend Spryzen, Storm Spryzen. One of those Beyblades. Because it kind of seems like it has lots of attack potential, but not really too much of the, doesn't really have too much stamina. Okay, so here's the battle that I've been waiting all week for. Venom Devilos, Vanguard Bullet Hypersphere versus Zone Luinor, Drake Spiro Hypersphere. Yeah, these things are just so weird that I can't really think of them really quickly. Round 3. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Whoa! Zone Luinar's doesn't seem to be holding up too well. They both run out of stamina so fast. Yeah, Devilos took that one. Round 4. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Okay, that was a KO. I think that kind of concludes it for the test battle. I'm not really sure. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that was a pretty epic burst finish. An epic way to end the test battle. So, Zone Luinor just seems to be doing really good against Devilos. But I think I'll do one more test battle, and that'll be with Spiral Slingshot. Gonna be putting Spiral Slingshot on it. Also move to this time if you don't want to see the battles with Spiral Slingshot. I'll only do one battle. Lost Luinor 9 Spiral versus Zone Luinor Drake Spiral Slingshot. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. There's no contact. Okay. Zone Luinor takes round 1 with the spin finish. Round 2. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Some hard hits. And Lost Luinor wins round 2 with the spin finish. Round 3. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Win. And Zone Luinor takes that one. Okay, so for my final thoughts on Zone Luinor, I'd say that it is pretty, I don't know, it seems, I don't know, it's actually kind of hard to compare it to any Beyblade because on one hand, when it comes to being a Hypersphere Beyblade, it seems to do pretty well in the arena and not really burst too often. By the way, this is in the Takara Standard Stadium and not any other stadium. Because I don't have a Hypersphere Stadium, and I'm not really sure if I even plan to get it. But, in terms of basically competitively, it seems okay. When it comes to weight, it doesn't really have too much going for it, and if you're battling more heavier Beyblades like, I don't know, Dread Haze or something a little bit more versatile, or maybe one of those combos are a little bit more defensive, then you can easily get knocked out. So I don't really recommend this Beyblade too much, unless you're really just trying to get a Beyblade that's good for some lighter attacks and not really heavy attacks, unless you're just trying to get a good left spin layer. Then this is one of the better left spin layers, I'd say. So on to recommendations. I recommend it for people that are trying to collect Beyblades, possibly. It only depends on if you like Hypersphere or not. For people that are just playing it regularly for fun, then I'd say I kind of recommend it. It's kind of fun to use. The only bad part is that it's really off balance, and be able to knock off the walls or kind of be able to make your Beyblade last longer in the Hypersphere arena somehow. So I kind of have to be lucky with it. And for people that are just playing in tournaments or kind of more casual slash more seriously, I don't really recommend it for those people because it doesn't really seem as good competitively as, I don't know, Devilos. Devilos seems a little bit better because basically a little bit more defensive and versatile. As for Longinus, it seems a little bit more like it's meant for just attack and not really much else. So I recommend probably one dash or one on it, and then probably a tip that's either rubber or a tip that's basically specific for left spin, like spiral spiral slingshot. So that way it would be a little bit more off balance, but also have that attack type power to go along with it. But that's just my recommendations. Anyway, like if you want, fair if you want, and subscribe to become a legend in the making. See you next time, bye. And we are proving to be legendary.